Hey guys, Peyton Snabeck here again for another Goosebumps Books Dig-Ins. This is number 12 out of 62, and sorry, I'm closing my cabinet thing. But anyway, I just read book number 12, and the next book that I'm going to be reviewing about this time is Be Careful What You Wish For. And they did make this one into an episode. And I used to have the new edition to this, the one where the woman a woman with a crystal ball is like holding it like this, like if you know if you guys know the books, you probably know what picture I'm talking about. But I mean, I just got done reading it, and what I thought about it, I mean, I thought the book was okay. I mean, it wasn't not the best book, but I mean, but it was okay. I thought it was pretty kind of decent. But there was some things there was a thing in the book that I really didn't get, which I'll talk about in a sec. I got some earwax in my ear. But anyway, what this one's basically about is, it's basically about this girl named Samantha Bird. She's basically like a klutz, and she's always getting picked on by these group of girls. One of them's named Judith Bellwood, and the other girl's name is Anna Frost. And they're always picking on the girl, like they're always saying like, "Why don't you fly away, Bird?" or "Bird, why don't you fly away?" or like shit like that. But what ends up happening is, one day, after riding her bike, she was riding her bike, on the road where there's like the wood. Well, in the woods. She was riding her bike in the woods, and it was about to rain. And she turns around and she sees like a mysterious woman, who looks like sort of old, but I mean, like both old and young at the same time. And basically, the strange woman is like, "Sam, I'm lost. Can you help me get to this?" Because she basically gets lost, and she's trying to find this like town, and she asks Sam if she can help her, and she does. And the woman's like, "Oh, thank you so much, little one. I like to offer you, for since you helped a stranger, I shall grant you 3 wishes." And basically, Sam thinks that she's kind of like cuckoo, kind of crazy, and she ends up making her first wish. And then, but what turns out is that the woman was not crazy, and she was actually making her wishes come true. But her wishes kept coming into like these terrible nightmares, actually. Which like the wishes, it was different stuff about the wishes. All right, now I'll talk about the episode. All right, so yeah, there was some different stuff about the episode and this. Now there's a scene in the episode where Samantha Bird, she finds this little necklace, has like a red bulb on it and like a dragon or goblin, whatever it is. And it ended up being the strange woman's necklace. Well, the woman's name is Clarissa. But in the book, she never found a necklace. She was always using like a what do you call it? Those magical ball things, like whatever you call it. But now the wishes, like, now the first wish, it was the same thing. Like Samantha's first wish was that she wishes that she was the best player in her basketball team. But what ends up going wrong with that wish is because everyone else is terrible in the game except for her. She's like the only girl who can play basketball and shit. Um, and the second wish, now the second wish is kind of different. Because in the episode, she says that I wish everyone would just buzz off and everyone turns into a fly, except for her. And but in this one, now this is the part I didn't really get. That was in here. The second wish that she says in the book was like, well, there's like the scene where in the first wish, everyone in her basketball team is like so tired or they're just so fucking weak and they're just too lazy to do shit. They're just like, But there's a scene in the book where, all right, Samantha is or Sam, she's feeling bad about the wish that she said, and feeling bad about what's happening to Judith. She visits Judith, and she's saying that Sam is a witch. Sam gets so angry that she says this, I wish Judith would just disappear. And what ends up happening is everyone in the world starts to disappear, and she's the only one in town. That part I didn't really get, because she said I wish Judith would disappear. She didn't say I wish everyone would just disappear. That part I didn't really get. So, I mean, because I'm pretty sure, like, if you said that, it would just be that girl that would disappear, not everyone in the world. That part I didn't really get. All right, now the third wish was, okay, now in the episode, well, and in the book it's the same thing. She says, I wish I wish that everything would be normal the way it was before, except I wish that Judith was my friend, or she thinks that I was the best. So what ends up happening? Okay, well, Sam and Judith, they're friends, alright, but that's not the bad thing. The bad thing is Judith is obsessed by Sam, follows her around, wants to look like her, dress up like her. Basically, for example, oh, I just dropped my goosebump book. Oh, she dropped it too, which Judith would be doing that on purpose. But anyway, now there's sort of like a fourth wish, because like there's a scene where Samantha, she is like yelling at Clarissa, saying that all the wishes have fucked up her life. Well, she didn't say the F word. And now in her wish, now the fourth wish is the same exact thing. She says this, I wish I never met you. I wish you met Judith instead. Now in the episode, Judith wishes that wherever she was at, people would admire her, and Judith ends up turning into like some kind of like statue. But in this one, it didn't really say what she wished for, but there's a scene where Samantha thinks that that's what she wished for, which was alright, Samantha saw a worm and she felt kind of hungry, and she ate the worm and she flies in the air, and Judith is like looking up at her like this. So I'm thinking that, well, so she thinks in the book that she wished that she was like a bird or some shit. But but other than that, I mean, that was the one problem I did have with the book. I mean, the second wish, I mean, it just didn't really make any sense. I mean, But I did kind of like the book. I mean, it wasn't the best book of all, but I liked it for what it was, and I did like the episode too. But anyway, guys, that was on my Goosebumps book dig in. That was the 12th book. Um, so anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday or probably Wednesday night for my Homicide Hunter review. Bye.